Today is June 6th, and you're watching GameSpot News. I'm your host, Chris Waters, and here are this week's top stories. Did you want to go?
Oh, you can, it's
I?
fine.
I mean,
No, you go.
No, you could.
It's fine, it's okay. Okay.
The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt news bomb this week gave me those oh-so-hyped jitters that I usually only associate with like E3 press conferences, but CD Projekt Red revealed the release date and this sick-as-hell trailer. Now set for release on February 24th, 2015, The Witcher 3 is headed for PC, Xbox One, and PS4. If you fancy spending a bit more than the normal asking price, you can get all kinds of swag and show your support for the slaughter of magical indigenous wildlife. The trailer is packed with all sorts of awesomeness, from the beautiful, deadly, and sexy world of The Witcher, and GameSpot's own Kevin Van Ord even did a trailer breakdown on the characters and the lore it features. That franchise is so awesome, even President Obama was talking about it this week. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go sit down cross-legged in meditation mode and calm down my Witcher hype to manageable levels, so Jess, if you just... Cool.
No worries, Chris, take a minute. Forza Horizon 2 has been confirmed to run at 1080p and 30 frames per second, which is apparently just what they were after. While creative director Ryan Fulton said that the visual fidelity of 1080p was extremely important as a next-gen benchmark, he reaffirmed that 30 frames per second was the best choice to carry on from 2012's Forza Horizon. He explained, "I think what we did on Horizon was demonstrate that, and this is really important, a locked frame rate that's absolutely solid and never drops is the most important thing for our game. 30 frames per second actually enables us to realize that experience." The game is also promising a killer soundtrack delivered through double the radio stations, so you'll have no trouble finding the perfect track to go along with your mad driving skills. Or possibly just constant crashing and a tendency to drive the wrong way if I'm the one that happens to be playing.
I always knew Australia was full of deadly creatures that tried to kill you, I just didn't know Jess was one of them. That's mildly alarming. Next up, we've got some news on a game that's sure to be featured prominently at next week's E3. It's Uncharted 4. Some shuffling at developer Naughty Dog has put the two leads from The Last of Us in charge of Uncharted 4. After the departure of director Amy Hennig, Neil Druckmann and Bruce Straley are now co-directing Nathan Drake's latest adventure. The two are no strangers to the franchise, having played important roles in the development of Uncharted 2 Among Thieves, which was absolutely freaking amazing. As for the future of The Last of Us, it's coming to PlayStation 4 sometime soon, with no word on any possible sequels, though Naughty Dog does claim to have two, quote, brand new experiences in the works, and now Jess is getting very impatient. I gotta go.
And as for something that's a little deadlier than me, Mortal Kombat 10 is coming, and it's all the violent-y, bone-breaking, head-decapitating madness that we've come to expect. The game is going to land on Microsoft and Sony's current and last-generation consoles, as well as PC. And if a sweet recently released trailer is anything to go by, then Warner Brothers' promise that this will be the most brutal combat experience ever may not just be all talk. The developer are also promising all-new gameplay and a cinematic presentation. If you can decipher those wildly vague phrases, then more power to you. You'll also be able to choose from multiple character variations, so you can hone your tactical and careful approach to brutal dismemberment and senseless violence. Lovely!
Super gross, Jess. Thanks ever so much. Good news for nefarious villains this week, as they get a stay of execution. Batman Arkham Knight has been delayed to 2015. The much-anticipated third Arkham game by developer Rocksteady Studios was originally slated to release this fall. The game is headed to Xbox One, PS4, and PC only, which will allow for a Gotham City that is currently, according to Rocksteady, 5 times bigger than that in Batman Arkham City. A lot of folks in our comments section seemed happy with the news, apparently eager to see some games that really justify that leap to next-gen consoles, which are now actually current-gen consoles and have been for quite some time. Super on point. This guy. Jess, do you want to do some talking now, maybe?
This week on site, do yourself a favor and check out Kevin Van Ord's appearance on Skyrim Mods. Danny covers you off on the E3 rumor mill, and The Gist takes a look at the very best of PS4 games.
And that'll about do it for the top 5 news stories of this week. I think we managed to get through that one pretty well, Jess. Good job.
Yeah, I mean, we got through it eventually. So you guys know, next week during E3, we will be back with news every single day, usual time. We'll also have live news check-ins, news breakdowns, and stories probably as well. So The writing one?
Well, reading, looking at them in video format.
And you'll be on the live show with Danny and Cam and Sean.
Being this articulate, it's gonna be great.
Isn't that great?
It's E3 all week next week, folks. Tons of content. We'll see you back here at GameSpot. Thanks for watching the news. I'm Chris Waters, your news host.
I'm Jess McDonald, you're also news host. I'm your host,
Chris
Jess
Waters,
McDonald,
and here are the week's top stories.
Please go that high. Keep getting higher. You're gonna go here. Okay.
I get it, it's like Watchmen. Who watches the toadstools? Super gross, Jess. Thanks ever so much.
So much enthusiasm.